Senior-most professor of Manipur Department, Professor Ima Kombi becomes first woman Vice-Chancellor of Manipur University. And India logged single-day spike of 11,427 new COVID-19 cases, taking country's daily above 1,757,000. Recovery rate reaches 97%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Afternoon News. I'm Ibethoi Thokchom. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your face mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the top stories. Manipur University now gets the first woman Vice-Chancellor. Senior-most professor of Manipur University's Manipur Department, Professor Ima Kombi has been appointed as Vice-Chancellor of Manipur University. She has been appointed as per an order issued under Manipur University Act 2005 Statute 2 Clause 6 by Manipur University Registrar Professor W. Chan Babu. Professor Ima Kombi is replacing Vice-Chancellor in charge Professor Amar Yumnam, whose term has ended. Employees of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Department have condemned the assault of the department's Deputy Director headquarters in Madurja allegedly by the department's contract director N. Joymati. Members of All Manipur Horticulture and Soil Conservation Technologists Association and Department of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Manipur carried out a protest demonstration in front of the department at Sanjinthong today. Protesters condemned the contract director for assaulting the senior-most officer of the department. They appealed to the relevant authorities to intervene and resolve the matter before it enlarged. Taking part in the protest, President of the association K. Devdatta condemned the assault which allegedly occurred on January 27. He urged the government to review its decision to reappoint a retired director as the department's director on contract basis and appoint other efficient officers of the department as the director.
Contract basis ta director hapa iba midugi specialty na karino laiba khoina matik chadra qualification da khenabra natraga experience da khenabra natraga na working experience natraga magi background laiba knowledge da khenabra karina hen bagi da makta kari specialty da hairiba contract ta pothagraba mi amabu thangjallakpagi maram si kaino haibase masi association sina hangdaba ngamoi khanabiraga reconsider tobiraga relook tobidna review tobidna masi su yaraga di phangpham tokpa additional director hauji regular da lairibase mangonda hena matik charabani Mangwanda sinabidana cooperation ekoi mayam employee mayam se cordially yam nungaina thabak tawdana government gi mateng pangba amadi government gi chaba aningbado pangthokpa ngamnaba masi ekoi honajage government da masim tanga I request tawjari.
Speaking to media, cashier of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Department M.D. Islamuddin confirms that contract director N. Joymati assaulted Deputy Director headquarters in Madurja on January 27 after a heated argument over some official matters.
Office expenditure matangdane office expenditure aina kai hana satkhibuno adu paraga koi matters de sakhiba hamamang republic de sakhibagi statement shaming aida koi quarter sang kana sanga matung ma pesa thammane athamma matung je koi director na saura adu ma kha sauna ba dum khade dum leire leibu ge director na hoga koi quarter sina hogalaga pesa thamma me thamma hogalaga mana pesa ru pairaga he quarter manang thaba adu he quarter de thong khang de haido sa mana koi staff ani sine nupim sa sen to ga nupi ni na koi na director duna nupi Thokre ekoi na koi headquarters si pairaga soki paina ga thagi khoke dum tong ne tong na khongpa ka bu dum thang na khana bai si tan khobang ne thagi dum
Poirei Leimarol Mairapai Bi Apunba Manipur observed the 17th death anniversary of Ima Kombi at Sanakaithel Lamphel today. Attendees paid floral tributes at her memorial in Sanakaithel where Ima Kombi breathed her last. Speaking at the observance, social scientist Nabil Ashram lauded Ima Kombi for her notable efforts against human rights violations since 1980. He stressed on the need to follow the ideals of the then Mairapai leaders to bring peace and progress in the society. Leaders of various civil society organizations, Mairapai groups and women associations took part in the event.
Maira Paibi Kwaitaki Kanba Magi Sakti Masi Kaitian the Label. Maira Paibi Hodo Posu Kaitian the Guinea, An Manupilan Hodo Posu Kaitian the Guinea, Anis Vudupilan Hodo Posu Kaitian the Guinea, Matamamada Razniti Yauba Kaitian Kabi Nupilan de Manipuri Mapam Loinamataki Loina Punina, Purin Hangaga Maira Paidan Mule Rukanda, Matam Dugi Wato, Lanto, Togadava Lalong, strategy, everything more like Hanga Kana Nene. Tabak sinji tau bodi yang effective orang mereka. Atau mengasi di ayam ba kajian kabisi mereka bagi ihok dagi laptop kibagum nak ubese. Yam tu na section na yang ubusangi.
People continue to pollute the Namble River running in the heart of Imphal city despite efforts by government and various civil bodies to save the river. Except for those areas where riverbank gardens have been set up, major part of the riverbanks remain in a deplorable condition with mounds of dirt. Residents along the riverbank reminisce that the river water was once consumable. They appeal to the authorities concerned to raise awareness and place dustbins on either sides of the Namble riverbank. Residents also suggest that MLAs concerned or the relevant departments should sanction some funds to local clubs nearby the river and instruct clubs members to check against polluting the river.
Hana akoi ising choga sadana khotna loina torami aduwa hudi yam thim mole mori simmarang kari yam jinji papta tana basi hoimase khangna bam data dasbin khar thambi badarkar hoy ni si loina manate amaga loin khen lubanan ba hai basi isai sa darkar aina doctor gati nalan puntua gati namam thoktra
Isai sana na yan ta adam ne basi post ne hoisi ising yam traka oi po ha di yungi pukhi le na tre lam nei tamni na toren nungren nalan ba se akhui thongni ai gi isai pukhi ne khalaga season piyo ado phata hodi thadaraga ahing da holaga phata hodi khara thada adagi di kano kha tawsat adum se tawbidana ba chana tang gyan ta na ne khaga kano tawbiraga di singba ma yokhot pa se ai gi daitani habdo adu
State Institute of Journalism began 6-month Integrated Media Studies course today. Department of Information and Public Relations organized the event at DIPR Auditorium in Kesampan. Speaking on the occasion, senior journalist Pradeep Hanjobam stressed on the need to provide up-to-date journalism courses to budding journalists of the state. He also encouraged journalists to keep up with daily events and report facts without fear. Taking part in the event, IPR Director H. Balkrishna said State Institute of Journalism has been providing various courses on journalism to students. He assured of further efforts to produce efficient journalists from the state.
The history is ihan hanba drafts kanani ige heritage ko journalism sinaneba. Sigi responsibilities ko khangom da kare ko na iri post record ne hodini kutung lakara historian ma'am sigi Machak amoina, moi so input amoina, who doing a heavy colour when you used to eat without. Other than adjustments, as I had crucial in her age. There's a quick conflict situations in Siradi. Sigi crucial is someone here.
Mayang Imphal MLA cum Deputy Speaker Kongkham Robindro has encouraged youths to take up enterprises by availing benefits of various government schemes. He was speaking on the sidelines of laying a memorial at Mayang Imphal Bengun Lokot in reverence to the minor girl of Imphal West District who was gang raped last September. Robindro also assured of providing safe drinking water to every household of Mayang Imphal constituency by 2022. Meanwhile, 42 kins of the area have extended solidarity to BJP.
अखोगी मायंग फा केंद्र सिदा नहा सिंग तोकपिरो तौवे याबा सरकार की थबक नते अतोप तौवे याबा थबक मैम लेरी ऑनरेबल सीएम नसु स्टार्ट स्कीम स्टैंड अप स्कीम लऊ बई सिंगु बई मैम बिथरी मैम जे थोलक तरगदी करार पिरुनी थोकलागा पियु हागदम थोलागा ऑनलाइन दा हुजे कोरोना मरक सिदा लाकपदो नुवाइते मी मैम तौदो नुवाइते ना ऑनलाइन दा थाबु थारमने तसेंग थबक तौगे हेदादी थबा म तौगे हेदादी थाबिउ दुम फंगमने दुम सुक्ता थाद्रगा फमगा मतेंग तोरक्ते सरकार मतेंग तोरक्ते हरगदी सुम कानरोइबा स्टार्ट थाइलो ये लोगे वेगरा चेंगुम थागेरा कई थागे के म तौगेदो फजना तौगे हेदादी स्टार्ट ता फजना हफसम बिउ स्टैंड अप ता फजना हफसम बिउ दुम सरकार की मकेदे जो खरा दरो जो मतेंग दुम
Construction of Wangu PHC water supply scheme under Jal Jeevan Mission scheme at Wangu Tampa Lairimbi Hilltop is 80% completed. The water supply scheme aims to provide safe drinking water to more than 1,000 residents of Wangu GP Ward number 2, 4, 7 and 8 of Suknu constituency. Speaking to media on the sidelines of an inspection visit at the water supply scheme, Secretary of Wangu Plan and Hill Development Society, A. Safaba expressed happiness that residents in the area will now get safe drinking water for a long time.
JJMI Makada Bakachariba, Wangudangasi, water supply, among the Gasi, say Taragi, Mamanga, Akui, Sing Tako Pangam the Bazaga, Komkara, Sidagina, Wangu Sandago, Wangu Walikai, Wangu Samukol, Wangu Hudamba, Nasimba, Akui Hana, Sing Takwa, Tara, and Pangam the Basinga City, on urban, Siminister Gibin, Masamana Lako, the Gidinga City, we Wanguda, Sing Tako Pangusangasi, Atumatamda, we Wangu Prajada, Nasi, say Tarahana, Sing Tako Pangam the Bazaga, Singasi, Azi, Atumutan Pangani.
Proscribed NRFM has denied any connected with 37-year-old Furit Shabam Soni, son of PH Manglem from Uripok Bachaspati Maninglaikai, who was arrested by Manipur Police Commando from Mantri Pukri Chumbraithong on January 30. Press release from Information and Publicity Secretary of NRFM Sanajauba says Furit Shabam Soni has no connection whatsoever with NRFM. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
Banthobi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, specified as a financial institution by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India under SURFACE Act 2002. First license holder public limited housing finance company in the entire northeastern region of India, completed its 15 years of service. Provides home loan with a subsidy amount up to Rs 2.67 lakh under PMAY Credit Link Subsidy Scheme, PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Government or private employees, businessmen can apply. For more details, kindly contact Banthobi Housing Finance Company Limited or report Mamlaikai Imphal.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Afternoon News. India has recorded a single-day spike of 11,427 new cases of coronavirus, taking the country's COVID-19 caseload to 1,757,610 in the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,54,392. On the positive note, recovered cases have reached 1,434,983 with 11,858 new recoveries. Country's recovery rate touches 97%. Kerala has the highest infection of above 71,000 active cases. Over 37 lakh people have been vaccinated against coronavirus in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 10 crore 35 lakh 36,000 people. Nearly 2 crore 2 lakh 38,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 7 crore 51 lakh 36,000. USA has the highest infection of above 99 lakh 11,000 active cases in the world, followed by India and Brazil. China stands at 83rd position with 1,614 active cases of COVID-19. Among the northeast states, Assam has the highest number of active COVID-19 cases with 1,881, followed by Manipur with 144 active cases. A total of 3,987 beneficiaries have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in Manipur so far. There are 86 active cases of COVID-19 in Sikkim, 68 in Meghalaya, 56 in Nagaland, 33 in Mizoram, 19 in Tripura, and just 13 in Arunachal Pradesh. Centre allowed cinema halls to operate with their full capacity from today. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar released the new Standard Operating Procedures (SOP) on preventive measures to contain spread of COVID-19 for cinema halls and theatres. The minister added that sanitization and COVID protocols will have to be adhered to. The SOP states that no exhibition of films shall be allowed in containment zones, and states and union territories may consider proposing additional measures as per the field assessment. The general guidelines specify the respiratory etiquette must be followed, including usage of face masks, adequate social distancing of at least 6 feet to be followed outside the auditoriums, common areas and waiting areas at all times. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented Union Budget 2021-22 in the Lok Sabha today. Government announced Jal Jeevan Mission with an outlay of rupees 2.87 lakh crore for 4,378 urban local bodies. Presenting the Union Budget for 2021-22, Nirmala Sitharaman says Swachh Bharat 2.0 will be implemented with an outlay of 1,41,678 crore rupees over a period of 5 years. In order to boost manufacturing in India, the Finance Minister also announced a production-linked incentive scheme with an outlay of rupees 1.97 lakh crore for 5 years starting this fiscal. She said that a scheme of mega investment textiles park in addition to PLI scheme will be launched, adding that the government will also introduce a bill to set up a development financial institution with an outlay of rupees 20,000 crore. For the first time this year's Union Budget is available only in digital format. It can be accessed through the mobile app Union Budget, both an Android and iOS platform. Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi had approved the budget for the fiscal year 2021-22. As per established tradition, the Finance Minister met the President at the Rashtrapati Bhavan before heading to Parliament. European Union has said that UK-Swedish pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca will now supply an additional 9 million COVID vaccine doses by March. The new target of 40 million doses by the end of March is still only half what the British-Swedish company have originally aimed for, triggering a spat between AstraZeneca and the European Union last week. The European Union is far behind Britain and the United States in getting its population of 450 million vaccinated against the virus. This slow rollout has been blamed on a range of national problems as well as delayed authorization of the vaccines compared to elsewhere and an initial shortage of supply. The EU assured that it will fund design and development of vaccines and scale up manufacturing in the short and medium term, and also to target the variants of COVID-19. Myanmar's military seized power on Monday in a coup against the democratically elected government of Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. Elected state councillor Aung San Suu Kyi and other senior leaders from the ruling party of Myanmar National League for Democracy were detained in early morning raids. The detention reportedly comes hours before the first meeting of the newly elected parliament scheduled to begin today. However, no official statement or announcement has been made by the government or the military on this issue till Monday morning. Meanwhile, top United Nations leadership has strongly condemned their detention. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres voiced concern over transfer of powers to the military, calling it a serious blow to democratic reforms in the country. Now the sports news. Hyderabad FC and ATK Mohun Bagan FC had defeated their opponents in the respective matches of the ongoing 7th Indian Super League. In the 7th league match played at Tilak Maidan Stadium yesterday, Hyderabad FC defeated Chennaiyin FC 2-0. For the winners, Francisco Sandeja and Jewel Chinese scored 1 goal each at 28th and 82nd minute. While in the 78th league match played at Fatoda Stadium, ATK Mohun Bagan FC beat Kerala Blasters FC 3-2. For the winners, Marcelinho Leite Pereira scored 1 goal at 59 minutes and Roy Krishna scored 2 goals at 65th and 87th minute. For Kerala Blasters FC, Gary Hooper and Costa Namoinezu scored 1 goal each at 14th and 51st minute. Orissa FC will lock horns with Jamshedpur FC in the 79 league match at GMC Stadium tonight at 7:30. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Senior most professor of Manipur Department, Professor Ima Kombi becomes first woman Vice Chancellor of Manipur University. And India logged single-day spike of 11,427 new COVID-19 cases, taking country's daily above 1,757,000. Recovery rate reaches 97%. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Have a great afternoon and stay safe.